I tell you, folks, Americans never cease to amaze me. 30 trillion supposed Federal Reserve notes in debt, which that's really not the constitutional definition of a dollar, which is 1 troy ounce of silver, a silver dollar. I'll show you one. Um, that right there. Is it true? United States, constitutionally defined 1 troy ounce of silver, dollar. It's heavy, and it's true money. It's true wealth. We live in this plastic realm of digital currency and manipulation and whatnot. And this is exactly what they're trying to go towards. So I suggest everybody start paying cash for everything. I know that I am. I know in the last 2 years, I've been hit 3 times with bank fraud. People getting into my account and running off with my debit card or my digits or whatever, because that's just all it is. It's all really an illusion. I even asked my banker, I said, why am I banking with you? And none of us ever go into our bank and say, hey, take me back to the vault. What's in the vault? Can I see my money on payday? Because it's not there. And, the people in the Ukraine now, if and when war breaks out, you better have something of hard currency and value to trade. Now, many of these wars are, in fact, bankers' wars. And it is what it is. And if you study unions and banking and who's financing what on the open market and in the trade that goes on in the world, the underlying currency or the underlying better be of value. Or an IOU that that you can go somewhere and take that certificate of deposit or that check, let's say, like a checkbook, and I need some corn, I need some wheat, I need some ammunition, some liquor, some chocolate, something. Does that make sense? So I'm thinking here in Tennessee, we come up with the Tennessee Sound Round and start a Tennessee Silver Music Bank because we have a commodity that Washington and New York and London don't control, and it is music. And they don't make music, not like we do. And so when people come to Tennessee, we should throw concerts and benefits and whatnot, and just simply ask that human beings, people, instead of bringing Federal Reserve notes, that they bring sound rounds. When I say sound round, I mean a sound round of silver. There's a difference between a round of silver and a U.S. stamped coin, but there's still 1 troy ounce of silver. Now, if the feds want to get involved and take us to court over it, okay, we'll go to court and we'll say, okay, what is a constitutionally defined U.S. dollar? Now, they say that they've taken us off this scheme and all that, but I don't remember there being a constitutional convention taking us off this scheme. Do you? They've passed so much right up under our noses, and we allow Washington to get away with what it does, and New York and London to get away with what it does, and the banks of Europe to get away with what they do via the International Monetary Fund, the Federal Reserve, and all these paper currency schemes. And now they want to go from paper to digi. Well, I got news for you. As soon as the power goes out, good luck going down to the farmer down here and buying a cow, a chicken, or milk, or eggs with your Bitcoin. Because guess what? The power's not on, and Farmer Joe, he ain't playing with Bitcoin. And it's that really simple. But they do, the bankers, ultimately want to control the entire world, or at least in the West, and they want to move everybody into the cities, kind of like the Chinese, and put them in little high rises and give them a little digital currency. And okay, you can go outside now and get you some groceries and come back. And then Tuesday we'll let you out with your Corona pass to go down to the factory and work. And then you got to get checkpoint all the way back home. And it's mad control. And so Americans need to realize and wake up to the simple fact that there's nothing in your vault. The only true wealth is that God, gold, gun, title, or deed. And, Klaus Schwab sitting there telling you will own nothing and be happy. Well, you own nothing and be happy. And oh my God. He's hanging out with Kissinger back in the day. And I mean, you point where Kissinger goes, what do you find? Death and destruction, blah, blah, blah. So go figure, y'all. I've often said that the South don't need to rise again, just needs to remain standing while the rest of the Union falls. And we're sitting here watching Canada go through what they're doing, and now you got the truckers headed to D.C., and D.C.'s got barbed wire around it, and you got these two parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, propping one another up. You got insiders on certain committees that move and vote. The Senate Finance Committee is one of the most powerful committees there is, because guess what? They get to march down to the Federal Reserve and print up some more digits and run that through the economy. And when they run that through the economy, like your $1,400 COVID check that creates inflation that you hadn't seen since the 70s, and now gas is $4 a gallon, what's changed? Has your finances changed? Is your financial picture changed? Yeah, your house is probably worth $1 billion now, but well, everything else is worth what it's worth. It's all relative. But to be free, you ultimately need God, gold, gun, title, or deed, and that's the American Revolution. It's about the individual. Not about the masses, not about what's good for the masses, not that, everybody's got to get vaccinated and everybody's got to agree to give up their kidneys for your next door neighbors and blah, 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 and the state can take your kidneys and blah, blah, blah. They do that in China. They're doing organ harvesting in China for profit. They do that in a lot of places, believe it or not. There's a whole mob, a mafia that will do that. And so there is evil in the world, folks. You just have to see it for what it is. It's unfortunate, but there are a lot of sociopaths in the world. And a lot of our leaders are, in fact, sociopaths. And a lot of our bureaucrats are total imbeciles. And, the feds, the FBI, if it's not proven, most federal employees simply want to get those federal benefits, push some paperwork, take Fridays off. And they'll do anything to protect that because they got a great retirement and they got good benefits and all that neat stuff. So, the federal employees are not your friends. Capiche? Does that make sense? They pretend like they're doing this and pretend like they're doing that. A lot of our state parks are actually collateral for our debt, believe it or not. So go back and study banking and how we got $30 trillion in debt. And just remember what Proverbs says in the Bible. It says that the borrower is slave to the lender. And then you just try to figure out why our government does what it does. And you think, well, is that for the people? No, it's not for the people. It's for the bankers. And, these politicians like Biden, 47 years in Congress. He was against the rushed warp speed Trump vaccine until he got into office, and then he wanted to mandate everybody get it. See what I mean? They're all reading a script. And they're inside players and whatnot. No telling what Biden and his son over in the Ukraine anyway, and the Clintons and Obama and Victoria Nuland, I believe. And it's a freaking wreck. It's a mess. But I'm a Tennessean and I'm a Southerner. And again, I'm saying for Tennessee, we need to come up with the Tennessee Silver Music Bank and start putting silver dollars in our vault. We have granite downtown. We have plenty of granite around here. We can build secure vaults. And that way, nuclear bomb goes off, boom, 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 New York's no more, the whole thing crashes. Guess what? We're going to be okay because we got the river and we can trade And we got the whole river system right here. We got the Midwest and we got New Orleans. So people need to start thinking in those terms because the world is a very violent place, and it can be. I mean, you have nuclear subs that can launch, and boom, where are you going to be after that? Peace, love, joy, happiness. Keep it real. Later.